Good morning, YouTube. It's Lisa Bean coming at you with my 18th week post-op VSG surgery update. It has been 4 months. I cannot even believe it. I was just trying to look, on Friday, it was my 4-month surgery anniversary, and I just took a little bit of time to look back and mull over these last 4 months. I feel like they have gone so quickly. I mean, really, they have. Plus, a lot of things have been going on. So, I can't even believe it. And first, and one of the things I want to do is apologize. Like, I totally screwed up my numbers last week. It was a faux pas on my part, and I was kind of pissed because I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, I hit one of my bigger losses, 4 pounds. I didn't. I screwed up the numbers. I missed a whole week when I usually write down like what my numbers are week to week, and I skipped writing a whole week. So quite honestly, last week I weighed in at 211, so it was only a 2-pound loss, not a 4-pound, because I skipped the 2 pounds from the week before. And this week, when I stepped on the scale this morning, I'm only down 1 pound. So I'm down at 210. So that was totally out of my normal of 2 pounds. But I'm 10 pounds away from, as everyone says, Wonderland. So I'm okay. I'm good. Like, I'm right on track. Like, my little mini goal, for myself was for my birthday to be down, 66 pounds, 67 to make me into Wonderland. And I'm 10 pounds away from that. And my birthday's at the end of December. So I definitely think I can manage that. I hope. With this 1 pound loss, who knows, but I've been just feeling great and grateful, and like I said, thinking about what I was going to do going forward. I have to tell you that I never expected all these things to be happening and to be on YouTube every week making videos. I, honest to God, started off this journey with journaling videos for myself to look back at, and I remember making a video, and I was just going to keep them private for myself, and I remember hitting YouTube, and I probably had like 5 people watch my video, and I don't even know, I am so not computer savvy. Like, well, I wish I knew how to put like all these pictures by each other and do a whole collage and a slideshow and all that bullshit, but I personally, I don't have the patience, the time. I have the want. I definitely and I have time. I just don't have the patience. I am like, if I could delegate that job to someone to do, I would. And, my husband's not savvy at that either, so my kids are way too young. So I really don't know how to do all this shit. So when I was uploading my videos to YouTube, I didn't even know if I was putting it where you could Google it correctly, look at it, anything of that nature. I don't even know. So I started doing that, and then I started getting some watchers, and I remember some of my first watchers were K-Star, Sleep for Life, there were a bunch, and I think because we were all around the same time, pretty close to each other, and I guess natural progression, that's what you do. So I really didn't have big hopes of making a huge connection with anyone, to be honest with you, and I never thought ever that I would have all these people following me and listening to my journey and sharing this, and being able to reach out to other people. And I have to tell you, like, my husband, he's with me on this journey, and he's supportive of my weight loss. Is he supportive of the YouTube community, the weight loss community? No. He thinks it's insane. He thinks it's insane that I'm spending time making videos, watching videos. Like, he is not, put it this way, he's not even on Facebook, because this is the way he thinks. If I wanted to freaking connect with these people that I have not seen in 20 years, I would be. Obviously, I'm not, and there's a reason for it. I don't give a shit who I went to high school with. I don't give a shit who knows what I'm doing. I don't care that someone knew that I ate oatmeal for breakfast. Like, he is not that person. But my husband's a very closed person. His friends are his friends. He doesn't need new friends. He doesn't give a shit about meeting new people. Like, who he has and his family is all that he needs. He's way quieter than I. That's why I think we connect. We are black and white, and we work, because of that. And we have a mentality that's alike in a way, except I'm more boisterous about my opinions and my thoughts and who I am, and, where he's more subdued. But I think, and I tell him all the time, I said, YouTube has been a great outlet for me. And he doesn't stop me. He just thinks that it's insane. And he's like, well, why don't you join a local group of people you actually see and could connect with in person and blah, 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 blah. But I disagree. I want to thank everybody for being on me in this journey, and I hope you could take something away from it. I never started this journey, like I said, I was videoing this for myself. I never started this journey to teach someone, to mentor somebody. I didn't do this to make a point for someone else, as selfish as it sounds, except for myself. I didn't set out to maybe share everything with everyone or teach them or help learn. I really did not set out to do that at all. And it's amazing how things happen and why they happen, and I'm grateful that I did. It's I'm not teaching everyone something on my videos every week, and I'm not trying to I think what I'm doing is sharing a real experience, my real emotions. So sometimes it may be good, sometimes these videos may be bad. I'm being me. I'm spitting out what I feel, what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. Certainly, not giving anyone advice. I'm not a nutritionalist. I'm not an exercise person. I don't have a degree of medical by any sort, so I wouldn't want to steer anyone. I always say I'm giving my opinion, and that's it. That's all I could do, is I could share my experience and what's going on in my life, and that's what I tend to do. One of the things that I thought about are the NSVs through this journey that I have done. And I just wrote a couple down because, I was thinking of them and reflecting on these last couple months and just, crossing my legs. I said it before, sitting Indian style on the couch, running on the treadmill. I mean, seriously, I never ran anywhere except running to get more beer. Like, really, just didn't give a shit about it. So to be running on the treadmill, even though it's not super long or forever, it is a start. And I have asthma, and I have to tell you, even my steroid that I take every day, I have gone down to like one puff a day, and now I'm actually been, like, the last week doing one puff every other day. The treadmill sometimes gets me when I run super fast. A couple times I was a little freaked out, but I got through it, and so that's cool. Riding my bike, I have this big ass seat. Well, I have two bikes. I have a mountain bike, many years ago before I got heavier. My husband and I were avid bikers, mountain bikers, so we were always coming down some mountains and jumps and stuff like that. So I have that, and the seat is like this, and I was like, oh, my ass hurts, and because the kind it is, you couldn't really put a big ass seat on it. But so I got like a beach comber. It looks like Pee-wee's bike from The Big Adventure with red and everything. I'll take a picture. It's the cutest thing. And it's got like a big ass seat like this on it. And I sat on it the other day to take a ride up and down my street. And I'm like, oh my God, this seat. It's like, my big ass still sits on it, fits on it. Don't get me wrong. But riding my bike was so much different. And when I got on my mountain bike, even with this tiny ass seat that still goes up my ass, it was so much easier. So definitely, like, come the spring, I'll be able to hit trails again without any fear. It was just really good. In the last couple months before my surgery, maybe even just a year, my husband, half the time when you would wake up in the morning would be on the couch. And the reason why he was on the couch was because he was like, you are cutting some Z's, girl. Like, you are you're snoring like there's no tomorrow. I can't even tolerate it. I can't even sleep next to you. It's that bad. And I was like, oh my God. And before I had the surgery, they they said I had all the signs of sleep apnea. But I said, why go do the study and why get on the machine if I'm going to have the surgery? So I'm like, I'm going to skip that. But my kids, like, they would come in the beds on weekends and stuff and sleep with me. And they were like, oh my God, Daddy, you're right. I can't even be in the room with her. And it was kind of unnerving, that my husband couldn't even sleep in the room with me because, I took up a lot of the bed and was snoring like there was like no tomorrow. So he definitely said he doesn't even acknowledge it anymore. So it must not be that disturbing. My belly is not that, it used to be like, here's my steering wheel, and I'd have my seat, I'd be like sitting like a low rider in my car, and like now I can have my seat up and my belly isn't like touching the steering wheel, so that is by far very cool. And I definitely have gotten control over my snacks. Like, I was a snack addict. When I tell you, I didn't eat like large portions of food, like sitting at a meal. I didn't eat huge meals. I didn't. But every time you turn around, I had a chippy bag, Tostitos, cheese, Doritos and sour cream. Like, I was a salty person, like, to no end. I wasn't a sweet person, salty person to no end, and you always saw me eating. I mean, my husband used to be like, you eating again? Like, and that's what I did. So I have control over that. I still get it sometimes, like having some of my better snacks, but I still do it. But I have come such a far way, so I'm not even like freaked out about it. Some of the things that I'm going to look forward to doing these next 4 months into my journey, and things that I'm going to focus on tremendously is exercise. I've been getting in the cardio and doing light weights, and I heard all the things going around with the different exercise videos and what you should and shouldn't be doing and things like that. And I kind of followed what my body had thought from the beginning. I mean, everyone busted my balls about it, but I actually think I was doing what was right for my body. And I do feel stronger and better to push myself a little bit more on the treadmill. I was thinking about it the other day, and I've been constantly doing a mile, and I wanted to push myself to go past that and try to keep that same kind of timing. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm going to try. And try to focus a little bit more on a little more strenuous exercises than just the little toning. I could push myself a little further than what I have, so I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to start I saw my doctor. I went and got my CAT scan. The office didn't call me back because he's waiting. He wants to look. They gave him a verbal, not a verbal, but a printout of what they found with my side with that pain. And I was, talking to the technician, and you know how they're not supposed to say anything, but she was an older woman. We were chatting, and I'm charming. And she did tell me, she's like, you know what you thought about the kidney stone. She was like, you have one. And I knew it because I had one a long time ago. So I'm just waiting for him to say how big it is so I could go see a urologist, and hopefully I could get that. What they did last time is they did electric waves to break it up, so I could pee those little particles out, and hopefully that's the route we'll do again. So that is what I thought. Blood work was pretty good, but one thing he said to me, and I was talking to him about feeling hungry all the time and having like this hungry pang in my stomach, and he just thought I wasn't putting enough substance type food in my belly. He did not think it was acid. He said if it was acid, you'd be feeling backup, you'd feel it here in your chest, you'd be getting some kind of backup. If you're not, it's not acid. So what he told me to do was, and kind of what my nutritionist had said from the beginning, it was stop the protein drinks. Like, they're just liquid calories. Yes, they're full of protein, but they're liquid calories. They're not fulfilling you. They're not filling you up. And I've kind of felt that before. So he's like, I'd rather see you eat a meal. Like, get he was like, you could have a couple shrimps that will equal up a protein drink, less calories, more filling, and almost the same amount. And he's like, do that twice, put in another meal into your day and add those in. So I'm going to try to give up some protein shakes, although I have so much powder, it's not even funny. But I'm going to try to start limiting that. Eating better, educating myself more of a healthier lifestyle, trying to let go of frozen and processed foods. I'm going to try to get into a little bit better eating. And one of the things is, with that, I've been trying to teach my kids, educate them a little bit better. My daughter is slightly a little bit, when we saw the doctor, the pediatrician last for her 1-year checkup, they did say she was like about 20 pounds overweight. She doesn't look like heavy, but she does look bigger. You know what I mean? Like you would say, oh, she's a big girl, but truly, I think it's helping the whole family. And then just realizing this lifelong journey, accepting it, knowing that this is an everyday thing. I was watching like Proof Weight Loss Works, and it's true. You can't give up. This isn't something you say, I don't feel like doing today. It's something you got to work at every day. And something else I thought of VSG Tanya, when she did the Renew show, she talked about letting this journey, just believe in the process and knowing it's going to work. So today when I step on the scale and I saw 1 pound, it makes no difference to me. It makes no difference because you know what? I got this surgery. I believe in it. I know if I do what I'm supposed to, it's going to work and the weight's going to come off. So I have no reservations about it whatsoever. So I just want to tell everyone, especially the newbies, I know I got a lot of new watchers here and, surgeries that are going to be coming up. I just want to let you know, don't be afraid of your fears. They're not there to scare you. They're there to let you know something's worth it. Thanks, YouTube. Have a great week. Let's let it be a good one. And I'll see you next week. Bye.